Okay, there we go. Oh, dude. My bad, dude. I've been talking the whole time. I guess I didn't notice. Yeah. My bad. Oops. Man, I've had like my all-star best commentary I've ever had. All Dragon Quest playthrough. Shit, man. Shoot, man. I always get so excited when someone actually does show up in chat. And I'm like, dang, what's up, Nelson DeBlanc? I'm like, Dragon Quest stuff. Oh, I'm so excited. I got this map. Here's my plans. The past, see, usually, for whatever reason, OBS gives me crap about the microphone. I have to, like, monkey with the microphone a lot. Ever since the last update, it's just been working. And, so I guess I just, was negligent in my checking of the microphone. That's usually, like, one of the first things I do. Oh, Lord. I run a professional outfit here, man. Big time. I have the paper map that came with the game. I have Dragon Warrior 1, 3, and 4 complete. And then I got a fairly inexpensive boxed copy of 2 with the map. And the map's got like some hints and tips on it, so it's actually very helpful. And I have beat Dragon Warrior 2 on the Game Boy Color, so I'm not like totally unprepared for this. But outside of writing notes and using the map, I'm not using any... Well, I guess that's not true. I have used some outside resources. Like, I've looked up stuff about the armor. If it's anything like Dragon Warrior 1, 3, or 4, it comes with... The game comes with all sorts of stuff that tells you about, you know, whose armor is best at this, that, and the other. But now that like I'm not broke and I have a decent job, I'm gonna upgrade my copy of Dragon Warrior 2 and get the other inserts in the manual and all that stuff. Because the goal is to get all 4 of them complete. So I've got 1, 3, and 4 complete, and then this one, like, close, but not quite. I feel like that tip could have come earlier. Like, this late in the game. Not that I'm late in the game, but this far into the game. Like, go to the House of Healing's really not that hot of a hint. Dang. Oh. She got a critical hit and it did 8 damage. Whew. She is not prepared for this journey, man. Like, I know I need to get to the Dragon's Horn, get to the top, and, go across by using the Cloak of Wind, I believe it's called. I just forget what lays inside of this tower. I wonder if I'm going to be able to fight my way to the top of this bad boy and make it all the way to the port town. Yeah, pretty much every tower is a nightmare. Oh! It's a nightmare struggle. Oh, you might as well get him this year and wait for next Halloween. It's always an excuse to buy more games. That's been like one of the nasty habits I've had at work that I need to curb is like I'll be sitting there on overtime and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm 14 hours into my 16-hour shift. Let's do some impulse buying on eBay. Get those dopamine hits. Oh yes, I'm not miserable now. So I've curbed that habit. For about a month, I was just like buying crap on eBay, dude. Not Halloween specific. Like, I just went ahead and pulled the trigger on a really nice copy of Dragon Warrior 4 complete. It's like, oh yeah, I got that complete collection now. Can't wait to post this bad boy on Instagram and get like 80 likes. I tried Symphony of the Night. Like, I downloaded it on PS3 a long time ago, and I couldn't get into it. Now that doesn't mean like the next time I try to get into it, I won't just be like, oh man, I love this. What was wrong with me? Because that'll probably be what happens. But I wasn't able to get into it the one time I did play it. Alright, let's see. Spell. Let's see. Alright. Here's the tricky part. Item. Who's holding it? Yeah, I think this gal's holding it. Whoa! Hey, it worked. Let's see, how much journey do we got to Leonport? It's not that big of a journey, but let's go there. See if we can't find us a save man. Whew. What's this guy got to say? Oh, hey. I have seen ancient maps of your land. Got tons of them. Is there a guy that saves in this town? Alright, so what's this guy telling me, really? Ugh. Yeah, these NPCs are always moving around eastward across the sea. Okay. I was surprised at how into Dragon Warrior 1 on the Nintendo was. I beat the Game Boy Color version. And I was like, oh, that's pretty fun. And it was very grind heavy. I have a 9-hour grind session I put in on a night I was off from work. And that was fun. I don't know, that was exactly what I needed. And let me see. I got my Dragon Warrior 2 notes. I'm like, I know this, but let's see. I like to write down what the people say. You never know when it helps. East of Liamport lies Olive Guard. Now, I've heard just how tremendously difficult the end game is, and the final boss, you know, can cast like some gnarly spells that make it just a really tough fight. Magic knife. Let's see. But one of the things that's just really helped me is getting a notebook and writing down everything someone says. That just, because like next time I pick this game up, it's going to be at least a week. And I'll be like, man, what was I doing? I'll have no idea. This week I managed to remember. What was I doing? I want to see who could equip what. No, not there. We want that. So I think Roz, the princess there, can equip the magic knife. But it's not that cool. So what's this other thing? The wizard's wand? 8. Does the wizard's wand do something like in battle? Let's spend a little money on the princess. Yeah, I know how it is, man. I actually get quite a bit of time at work to play games, which is pretty dope. But I have decided I wanted to play through all the mainline Dragon Warriors, the original versions, and to stream the experience. Not many people watch my streams, but hey. Let's see, let's sell that bamboo stick. Oh, I gotta go to someone else to sell, don't I? It's so clunky. Let's see. Do I already have a broadsword anyway? What's clothes of hiding? Good protection for the princess. Let's just go ahead and upgrade this cow. Alright. But yeah, I get it. I've got like so many RPGs. I just found out on Instagram that Parasite Eve is like a 10-hour game to beat. And I was like, dang, I just found me the next RPG I play. Like, not necessarily stream or anything, but just... Like, I got a PS1 with an LCD screen. I can take that to work and just, like, knock that out over a weekend of working. And that'll be cool. Oh, crap. I had my D-Live My layout wasn't laid out right. Okay. Let's see. Is the steel shield the best shield? Let's see what Gerpo's got. Broadsword, full plate, steel shield. So he's topped out as far as this town's concerned, right? Broadsword, steel shield, full plate. Alright. Now what about Doofy over here? I don't think Pritzakanik can carry that broadsword there. No. Full plate armor. No, not what I wanted to do. Stop it. Yeah, broadsword. Alright. Alright, I guess that's as good as we're getting. This is one of the things, I'm a 911 dispatcher, so as long as you're not on a call, they really don't care what you do. I mean, as long as you can focus. Like, I bought a gaming quality laptop, and I played a bunch. I did my first Steam sale. Like, I've never been a big PC gamer, right? But my laptop's like, I use it for watching, you know, streaming services. Like my mom has BritBox, so like I've been watching Red Dwarf on there. And, you know, Amazon, Netflix, all the usual suspects. Tanticle Castle has disappeared. Oh. King of Tanticle's disappeared. That sounds like a note. So anyway, I did my, see how easily distracted I get? I did my first Steam sale, and I bought like 1,000,000 Dooms. And I mostly spent my time with Doom 2016, and man, I had a pretty good time with that. Now, we want to sell Roz's crap, don't we? Let's pay attention here. And bamboo stick, see you later. Get rid of them. Clothes. Alright. Yeah. Alright. I was really hoping there's a guy that saves. Does this guy save? Does the priest man save? No. Didn't think so. Man, that guy in the last town saved. Alright. I was really hoping I could save before I could jump in the fray. Well, there's lots of good Steam sales. I don't like buying digital either. I like physical stuff. And, but like I said, man, impulse purchases. I'm sitting there for 16 hours. So, and you know, I've grown attached to my gaming laptop. So I played the crap load of Doom 2016 and some of the older Dooms. They're like $1 or $2. This is like, oh yeah, and bought a couple other things too. And to show my support for Dragon Quest, I have bought like every version of Dragon Quest XI that's available. Because I'm an absolute lunatic. So that includes the Steam version. I've been playing that at work too. Was really hoping I could save before fighting these buttheads. Let's see if they are susceptible to sleep. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess they're not that tough. Let's just beat them up. There we go. Thought I was in for a fight. Thou have saved me from the fiends. Please follow me and meet my grandfather. You got it, lady. Now give me that boat. These good people aided me in my time of need, grandfather. Having gallantly aided my granddaughter, I shall gladly lend thee my swiftest ship. Dang. Thanks, lady. So this heifer say, I wish thee speed and health. Alright, thank you. Yeah, man, do it. It was pretty cool. You know, if you're a fan of ripping and tearing. Not what we want. We want item, Gerpo, silver key, use. There we go. Who's this dude? There we go. This is a clue. See, sank in chill waters with a great treasure still aboard. It's exactly the kind of thing I'll forget next week when I pick this back up. I'd rather play Doom 32X than the Super Nintendo Doom. I like having the Super Nintendo Doom just because of the cool red cartridge. And say, bring this treasure and I shall pay him some fee. Hold on. Okay, now that I would definitely forget. Man in Leonport will buy it. Okay, there we go. Alright. I do have a memory of Doom, Super Nintendo. I had rented it from Blockbuster with my dad. I was probably in 6th or 7th grade. And let's use our map. What am I doing? Flying blind. Landport, Tanteagle. We'll go up. So I had just gotten home from Blockbuster, and I closed my dad's car door and managed to smash my thumb in the car door and get it stuck like a big doofus. And so I'll never forget that. And then like a week later, my thumbnail turned purple and fell off. It was really gross. That's pretty cool, playing it in school. Let's see, what is this? The Tanteagle Castle. Hey, what'd that guy do? Yeah, I don't need any of that. $621, 2000. Snow King here. I can save thy deeds. Yeah, heck yeah, save my game. So that was like the only time I played Doom back in the day. It was on Super Nintendo. And then did I rent it? I might have played Doom 2016 and like from a red box on the PS4. It's like, this is pretty cool, but it is a lot better playing it on PC. Just the pace of that game. Okay. But the clothes fit in it, so it was fine. Long ago, Princess Gwendolen departed over the sea, but thy companion is her twin in appearance. Huh. Hey, get back here. Pardon me, stranger, but I had a vision, and in it, descendants of the great hero Erdrick came to us in our need. Ah, so it was true. Thou art truly welcome. Let's see what this dude's got to say. Come here, thou art afflicted by a curse. Alright. I need the gold key for that. Crap, about all this junk for Princess What's-Her-Nose, and I bet all this crap's gonna be way better. Iron helmet. Oh, let's check this out. Can wear the... I mean, it's playable. And yeah, I mean, the music in 32X is trash, but I mean, really, in the 90s, how uncommon was it for people to just, like, put on some headphones or turn on the radio? Let's see, Giant Hammer. Hero 35. Let's see, what's the broadsword? 30. Where can I sell my sword? Dang it. Where do I get the golden key, my man? Aha. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Let's see what we got going. This is one of my biggest aggravations in this game. The NPCs standing in the way. It's like, come on, guy. I got business to attend to. Move it, dude. Like, jeez. Let's see. Iron helmet. Who gets the iron helmet? Probably my main man here. Weird. Let's see. Dragonair 2 on helmet. Yeah, man, these are just some pretty gnarly NPCs in Dragon Quest. They do it all the time, too. What do we want to do? We want to equip. We want to... Did I not buy the giant hammer? Oh, God, did I do something... Oh, jeez. I need to get more sleep, man. I just did it, didn't I? I accidentally bought the broadsword again, didn't I? Like a big doofus. Shoot. We went on a Halloween trip last night, so I stayed up till like 3 in the morning. Then I had to get up with the kids today. Jeez Louise. I really did it, didn't I? Oh well. Oopsie doopsie. let's pay attention this time. Alright, get out of the way, Blue Man Do. Alright. Let's pay attention. Yes, I want the giant hammer. Gosh. That is ridiculous. Alright, what else? See, he's got full plate armor. Iron helmet. Alright. Let's go fight something. Yeah, like, and I don't do good multitasking at all either. So, like, you know, trying to have a conversation, tell a story, look at my map, make a note, buy a hammer. Too taxing for my puny brain. The only pumpkin-flavored thing I had this year was a pumpkin muffin from Dunkin' Donuts, and it's alright. Every now and then I like to go get me a coffee. And let's see. That's no help. That's no help either. We're gonna get this helmet. So no matter what happens tonight, this was a successful Dragon Warrior 2 session because I got my boat. The main goal was getting across the Dragon's Horn. And then I guess my first big lead is trying to find the sunken pirate ship. Yeah, I would eat a pumpkin bread. Let's see where's the water jug at. Let's see. I was thinking now that I sort of got my now that I got my work schedule sort of wrestled into submission. I might work on an episode of my cable access TV show project. There's a guy down in Cincinnati that I sort of know from YouTube and like Facebook. Like, I've talked to him a couple times. He knows who I am. I know who he is. Probably talked to him once or twice online, you know, type of thing. But he's got a video game store in the mall there. And he just recently upgraded to a bigger store in the mall. So I'd kind of liked it. It's been a while since I've worked on like that kind of video. Like out and about and shooting something with my camera. I'd like to do that. Now that I have a little bit of funding, I'd like to upgrade a few things first. But I'd like to do that. That'd be fun. They knew I was going to step foot in the town, didn't they? Like one dang step away. Ugh. Quit beating up Roz, dang it. For the most part, I can't stand buying games at game stores, but I like to edit that kind of video. And I've done one or two that turned out pretty nice. Oh, great. Now I got no MP. That guy's running low. It's looking bad. You don't have to get too specific, but where do you live? Like, are you in America? Are you in the United States? Because garage sailing is the way to go. Once you start garage sailing and you're like, oh yeah, I got a box of Nintendo games for $20, it's hard to go to a video game store. I've noticed now that I've stopped being poor, I have a much easier time buying stuff on eBay again. Now that it's like, money's not that tight, you know. I do buy stuff, so I might be less cranky about going to stores. But you know, you see stuff in stores, and like the people at the game store, they're out at the yard sales too getting this crap for like, you know, $20 for the truckload. And you know, it's like I know you can go out and get those deals if you know how to do it. And I don't know. There's a trick to garage sailing. Now see, back 20 years ago when I first tried garage sailing, I didn't know how to do it. I'd get out of my car, I'd look and be like, oh, there's no video games. I'd hop back in my car and go to the next sale. Huge mistake. All of my amazing deals at video games were at garage sales where people didn't have any video games sitting out. You have to ask. You just have like, hey, where are the video games at? And they'll be like, oh, you like video games? Like, oh yeah, I love video games. Bring some video games. And then stuff starts coming out. I got my best deal ever. I paid $40. I got 89 games. That was Nintendo, Sega Genesis, a few Ataris, the first 50 Nintendo Powers, a Sega Genesis, a Super Nintendo, an N64, and some other bits and bobbles. And when I showed up to that sale, I said, "Hey, lady, you got any video games?" She's just like, "No." It's like, "Really? You don't have any Nintendo, Sega, Atari?" "Oh, my husband's got an Atari computer." It's like, "Sounds awesome. Bring that thing out." So this old timer, probably in his 60s, maybe, later 60s, he comes out. He's like, "Yeah, I got this Atari 8-bit computer, and he's like telling me about what he's got, and he wants like top dollar." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. You got any other video games?" And then his son, who's probably about my age, early 30s, was in a car accident and went blind. And so, I mean, that's sad. But he's got a whole basement full of video games. And I just keep asking, and it just keeps coming out. And this is at a garage sale where I showed up. There were 0 video games. And I said, "Hey, do you have any video games?" And they're like, "Nope." And I just kept asking, and I kept asking, and I kept asking, and just more and more games kept coming out. And that was the best deal I ever had. I was at another yard sale one time, like one of my other pretty good deals. I paid $20. I got like a top loader Nintendo, a PS2, and like, I don't know, 4 or 5 games. Nothing. I think a copy of Contra for the NES was in that lot, and then everything else was just like, yeah, whatever. But I paid $20 for that, and I was at a yard sale, and some guy heard me asking about video games. He's like, "Oh, you're looking for video games? I got some video games." I was like, "Great, give me your phone number." Get their phone number? A lot of times people will be like, "Yeah, give me your number, I'll text you later." You're never going to hear from them again if you do that. Now, I learned all of these tricks by watching Bithead 1000. And if you go on YouTube and you search Bithead 1000, go to, oh crap, don't kill my guy. Don't kill my guy. Okay. They're not BSing, that like they just care about it way less than you do. Right? Like, I'm out there hitting 50 yard sales a weekend for like 4 hours a day from Wednesday to Sunday, right? Like, I was out hitting it heavy. And that's another thing, is numbers. And I understand, like, normal human beings, like, you don't have time to do stuff like that. But even still, when I go out and I stop at like a yard sale or two, like I went to exactly 2 yard sales this year just because I have 2 very young children. So it's hard to get out of the house, and it's like getting out the car with a 2.5-year-old and a 9-month-old and the baby bucket, you know, getting in and out the car. Yeah, I'm not doing that for 5 hours across 50 yard sales. So like I went to 3 yard sales this year, and I still managed to find a Dreamcast game on a day when I wasn't really looking for anything. Now, it wasn't a very cool Dreamcast game, but I paid $1 for it. I believe it's like Dave Mirra BMX. So, like, you know, those are the biggest tips. Numbers. Pump those numbers up. Start at 8 a.m., go to as many yard sales as you can, ask a lot of questions. You walk up to someone and say, "Hey, you got any video games?" Well, in their head, they're thinking, "Oh, this guy likes Xbox." Nope, don't have any Xbox. You know, you start putting in, like, oh, you know, Nintendo, Game Boy, Game Gears, DS, whatever you're into. They're like, "I don't have any video games." "Oh, yeah, I got a whole crate of DS games. I'll give them to you for $5. Because they don't think of DS games as video games. Those are children's toys for their kid or whatever. You know, honestly, I'm at the point where, like, having only gone to 2 or 3 garage sales, I would have picked up NFL 2K3 for $1. Just, I found one video game at the yard sales this year. I chalked that as a victory. Last year, I got a couple of days where I put Granny in the pickup truck so she could sit in the truck with my daughter. And then, you know, I could hop in and out. So that was fun. You know, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 days we went, and I went pretty hard on the yard sales. I found 2 N64s. One of them was sitting out in the driveway, paid $1 for it. The other one's like one of my other good garage sale stories. There's an N64. It had Smash Brothers, GoldenEye, Mario Kart, I think. And maybe like another... Maybe Diddy Kong Racing? I don't know. If I have Diddy Kong Racing, that's the yard sale I got it at. But I know for sure it was like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers, which are 2 N64 games I was looking for, right? Like, I still didn't have those because they're more expensive than I wanted to pay for them. And my magic number is $5, right? That's $5 is for like a group of items, you know, $5, or $1 for like a single item, like the single N64. I'll get into the psychology of that in a second. But I was like, hey, we take $5 for this. And she's like, oh, I don't know. Let me call my son. And then she calls her son. It's like, oh boy, here we go. The son's going to look it up on eBay. He's going to ask for like $10,000. I ain't getting this for $5. But then her son was a butthole. He's like, oh, what do you want, Mom? Oh, Christ, I'm sleeping. Leave me alone. F you. I'm grumpy. And she hangs up. I'm like, you know what? $5 sounds great. I was like, let's get the heck out of here, man. Let's get out of town with the goods. I know there was GoldenEye, Smash Bros, and I'm pretty sure Mario Kart. And an N64. I think there might have been a PS1 game in there too. Nothing that cool. I think it was Rayman, actually, if memory serves. So remember, man, just be nice to your mama, okay? Because you might have, like, a bag full of your precious childhood memories when she calls you. Don't be a turd to your mom. But the psychology is you always offer those lower numbers. It's called anchoring. So whatever number gets mentioned first is where negotiations start. So you offer $5, they're going to come at you with like 20 or 30. If I offered $30 for it, they're going to come at me for like 65, right? So even if they don't take the $5, which more often than not, some grandma that just wants boxes out of her garage, she'll be like, oh, you'll give me $5 for that trash? That's amazing. You know? But anchoring, so like someone that knows prices, you'd be like, yeah, man, will you do $5 at it? And you gotta like sort of stick your nose up at it, like it smells like crap, and you're just like, oh, I don't, it's like, I guess I'll take that for $5. You gotta kind of have that attitude about it, not looking at it like, oh my god, I'm so excited, oh, Mario, I love Smash Bros. Smash Bros is so cool, man. Like, if you get all excited, they'll be like, oh man, this dummy will pay top dollar for these items. That's pretty much all you need to know about garage sailing. We don't call it lowballing. It's anchoring. It's a psychological trick. It's real sophisticated. And then walk away. Because, like, if you are yard sailing hard and you're doing, like, 50 yard sales, you're going to see it again. You're going to see... I've got, like, a box of so many N64s that I've gotten for, like, $5 or less. And Super Nintendos, PS2s. I get excited about Sega stuff, but I never see Sega stuff. But never judge a yard sale from your car. Always get out, always ask, and ask a lot of questions and be specific about what you're looking for. Another sale, had I judged it like I did 20 years ago, like you drive up to a sale, you see, it's like, oh, it's some young mother and nothing but baby crap. Well, that young mother's got a husband, and she's more than happy to sell his box of crap that's taking up shoe space in the closet. I got out of a yard sale, or got out at a yard sale. It was like 3 stacks of baby clothes. I was like, hey, you got any video games? She goes and asks her husband. He's like, yeah, I got some games. So up start coming the video games, and I found Alone in the Dark 1 and 2 on 3DO. And a couple other Nintendo games. Let's see, I got like Virtua Fighter 4, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, a 4-player adapter for the Sega Genesis. There's 9 games total. I forget what all of them are. And then I was most excited about the 3DO games and Mike Tyson's Punch. I was like, hey, will you take $10 for this? It was like about 10 items, $1 piece. Hey, you take $10 for these. And he still had more stuff, but sometimes you just got to keep asking, like, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. I want to see it. I want to see it all. Yes, I want to see Game Boy too. Come on, guy, bring it up. Get this out here. And then he took Mike Tyson's Punch-Out out of the stack, and then he accepted the $10 offer. But the 3DO games are pretty exciting. I never in a million years would have expected to find a 3DO game at a yard sale. 2 of them, 2 desirable ones, and to pay like basically $1 a piece for them. So it's just a matter of be out there every weekend and be ready to walk away. Like I offered my magic number for a console's $5. There's a PS2 Fat. I was like, you take $5 for it? She's like, no. And I just turned around and started to get in my car. And she's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can always pull out, like, well, does it work? When's the last time you plugged it in? Where's the power cable? Oh, you don't have this or that? You don't know that it works? Ew, geez. Makes that, you got more negotiation ammo than they do. They're having one yard sale today, You're going to, like, 20. Then the problem you'll run into is the sharks. Like I said, these game store guys, right? They get up earlier than you do, and they know all the tricks. More often than not, you're going to hear, oh yeah, I just sold all my video games for $10. It's like, shit. I used to ask, like, man, was it, this guy? And it was like always this guy that ran the one store. And it's like, ugh. One time I got him. One time I was at a sale and I was like, here's the $10. It's for like a PS1, the slim PS1, and a couple of games. Nothing amazing, a little $10 deal. And I saw the guy that runs one of the game stores in the town I'm living at now, and he looked pretty crestfallen that I got there before him. He has a printed out piece of paper. He's like, I'm looking for these video game systems and Beatles records. I asked for like one of his flyers, and it's just a printout. It's just a plain white piece of paper with a list of crap he wants. And that's how he does it. He goes around, he has a huge list, like, hey, I'm looking for these items. Dang, you had a 3DO 20 years ago? Like, for real? Most people don't care about resellers. Like, I do, because they're out there sniping my deals, It's like, you're doing it so that you can mark it up 15 times. I'm just cheap. Like, I'm just trying to play Nintendo tapes and pay $1 a piece for them. That's my situation. Dang, man, that's nuts. I didn't know anyone that had a 3DO. The only memory I have of a 3DO back in the day was at the Meijer, which that's a Midwest grocery store chain with like an electronics store, like your Walmart Supercenter, right? But it's a Michigan-based company. I prefer Meijer myself. the people there aren't mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging troglodytes. And I appreciate that. But anyway, the electronics department there, they had that game show game set up on display on the kiosk. It's also where I remember seeing Super Mario World in person for the first time. Wonder if there's anything here. There should be something here, you know. This is where the Cave of Wonders or whatever is at in the first game. Sorry, man, I get excited about garage sales. I like talking about it. I like telling people how to do it. Especially when they don't live in my county. Better yet, my state. Because the last thing you need is more competition, man. And like, when I was out getting my good garage sale deals before my kid was born, I usually didn't get up before noon. So like, if I got up before noon, who knows what kind of cool stuff I would have found. Look, man, you get on YouTube, you search up Bithead 1000, you search from the oldest videos, and you start at video number 1, and you watch like the first year or 2 of his channel, and you're going to be an expert in yard sailing. Like, you're going to be an insane garage sailing machine. Last year when I had my mom in the truck watching the kid so I could hop in and out, I also found a Super Nintendo with Super Mario World and Super Mario Kart for $5. Like, this stuff's out there and people don't... You care about it, but... There's like Joe Blow that had a Super Nintendo 20, 30 years ago. He doesn't care. Just some box that's in his garage. So is there really nothing on this continent? Huh. I don't know, like, I know who you are on Twitter, but beyond that, I don't know who the heck you are. I don't know if you've ever watched any of my YouTube stuff, but I have a decent collection. I've got a little over 1,500 games. Let's see. I mean, you're talking to a guy that's got a Memorex Viz and a what is it? Crap. The Pioneer Laser Active. I've got a Pioneer Laser Active and a couple of games for it. So, like, do I have a huge collection? Yeah, for like, you know, just like a guy. I got a pretty big collection. Is it like YouTube huge? Is it like super aesthetic game room on Instagram? Like, yeah, you know, I'm not doing so bad. Just saying, you might have a cooler collection. I don't know. Dang, there's 10 of us? I told that to the guy at the game store around here, and he almost, like, made a mess in his pants. How did my boat get down here? I have 3 or 4 GameCube kiosk discs. A lot of my cool stuff is because my mom used to be the electronics manager of a Kmart. And, you know, she talked to the Nintendo rep and the PlayStation rep, and they would leave stuff for my mom. So I've got, like, I have a framed Tomba 2 poster. That's badass. I have a Tomba 1, like, cardboard display. It's like maybe a foot tall. It's like a little cardboard thing you sit on like the counter. And that's pretty awesome. I had a Link bobblehead for Wind Waker until it fell off my TV and it shattered at the knees. Like, I still have the pieces. You can get them on eBay for like 20 bucks. But that was one of the cooler things I got for free. Tons of posters, like a Game Boy Advance ball cap. I got a couple of those. You know those things you like, it's got a clip on it and you attach your work badge or a key to it, and it's got like the retractable cord. I got a couple of Game Boy Advance things like that. A Pokemon pen from when Pokemon first came out. Bunch of Donkey Kong 64. Mario tennis balls in the tennis can. That's one of my, like, hey, check this out. It's like all that stuff I got from my mom. I got... That crap's on my Instagram if you're interested. I don't know. Let me turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 of them. Let me see what I got. No, I just realized I got a webcam on. I can just show this crap to you. Let's see, where's my webcam Reno? So I've got 4 of these, and this is what they'd put in the kiosk. I got 14, 18, 19, and 23. Little instructions for the mouth breathers at Kmart to work the GameCube. I have no idea, like, how valuable or exciting those are. But they're pretty cool, you know. That's something cool my mom brought home. Tons of demo discs, actually. But those are the coolest demo discs, because it came with the case. I have a PlayStation ashtray. PlayStation wall clock. All sorts of crap. Oh. Out garage sailing, as a matter of fact, I met the PlayStation rep that knew my mom. We got to talking, and she had a bunch of PlayStation 3 games for sale. She didn't play games, no one in her family did, but she had a box of PlayStation games. And, crap. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. This is all bad. Shoot, we're dead. Aren't we? Yep, there goes half my flippin' gold. It's bad that Prince Orfeo died. He's my guy that knows the dang return spell. I think this is the first time or second time we all died. And then they're going to make me pay to bring these other 2 back to life. I think this is the first time we died. Completely. What a pain in the butt. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then I bought a couple of games from her. She wasn't cutting out any good deals. Like $5 for some PS3 games that were like, I don't know, decent. I forget which. I think like White Knight Chronicles or something was one of them. I think. I don't know. I could probably figure it out if I looked. Who really cares? I played the crap out of those GameCube demos, at least the, what is it? Mario Kart Double Dash. Played the crap out of that demo. I wanted to get that so bad. I never did. I thought, man, there'll never be a video game more beautiful than this. And then I got it last year at a yard sale. Paid about $20. Let's see what I get. Got Mario Kart Double Dash, a Sega soccer game for GameCube, Mario Strikers, one of the Simpsons games, and the Shrink Wrap. I don't know, like somewhere between 5 and 10 GameCube games. Paid $20. And I was playing Mario Kart Double Dash, and I was like, this isn't that great. It's like, this is an okay looking game. But it's not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen anymore. I'm pretty sure that the Dragon Lord's descendant is also in this castle. That'd be pretty cool. I've got maybe 5 GameCubes, and but only got one broadband adapter. And so far, only one copy of Double Dash has turned up. Gosh, I'm scared to look and see how... Like, I bought the broadband adapter on eBay, you know, in like 2005 when it was dirt cheap. Like, when... Who cares? Who cares about that? And I'm terrified. You know, okay, so you're talking about these tournaments and game conventions and stuff. So people are buying them up to get that 8-person LAN experience. God, I bet that's pricey. I would love to have the Spice Orange GameCube. And I really like the Char Anzabel GameCube, like that color of red, that shade of red. I think that's very aesthetic. It's basically the same color as the Famicom. What was it? The Sharp Twin Famicom. See, my memory blows now. Like, I used to be able to just snap this stuff off and know what I was talking about. The Sharp Twin Famicom, the red one, the one I have on my shelf. I love that color. That's just like, that's my favorite shade of red. And that's basically the same color as the Char Anzabel GameCube. Would not mind having one of those bad boys sitting on a shelf. Maybe getting a dead one and doing a case swap with one of my American GameCubes. I believe I have like 4 black GameCubes, a purple one, a silver one, I think, somewhere. There's a silver one. For what purpose do you need to write a Famicom disc? What would you write to it? Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble. Yikes. See, like, this is the kind of crap I think about buying at work, like just impulse buying now that I'm not broke for the first time in my life. I was thinking about, I could really use an AV Famicom. Don't know why I got the Sharp Twin, It's like, I don't need that. Wouldn't hurt to have one. And then, I've actually had to stop myself multiple times from buying a Sega SC3000. That's like a home computer. It's basically an SG-1000 with a keyboard built into it. Oh, wow. I did a pretty good job guessing how to get to the Dragon Lord, huh? Yikes. Man. Let's make a note. Come back to Charlotte Castle and I have the key, because Jerry Terrifying needs to know what's in those boxes. I guess I need to clear the whole... thing, because I didn't go through all the alternate routes and crap. It's ridiculous, man. If I was single... Brother, if I was single... I could buy some video games, let me tell you what. Crap. Oh, I was about to say, am I not able to get to this guy? I'm being slow. This seems important. Once thou has the 5 crests, seek out the good wizard. Rubus. Yeah, that's right. Autocorrect to rubbish. Who dwells in the depths of the sea south of Middenhall. Ballin'. Like, if I could spend infinite money, I think we all could. I think this is really all we do on this continent. We just come talk to this fella. I don't even... There's a monolith to the south. What kind of projects you gonna tackle with that soldering iron? See, I guess I can take that boat to the monolith. I guess we heal up. That'd be smart. The smart thing to do. Oh, man. I miss old internet times from 10 years ago. Like, before everything was monetized and saddled with, like, advertisements. Because I used to be able to... Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I may be. I'm often wrong about such things. But, wasn't Twitch TV started as Justin.tv? Or am I getting that wrong? I used to stream on Justin.tv. And, people used to actually watch. Like, I'd have 30 people in my chat room. Yeah, something I wish I did a long time ago. If a disc is scratched, I'd pass it up to garage sales. And there's like a grocery bag full of Xbox and Xbox 360 games that I could have got for like $5. Because, I mean, they were just scratched to heck and back. Like, the kid must have been chucking them across the room and using them as a coaster. But, you know, I could have offered like any amount of money and gotten these games. And see, what's it called? The JFJ Easy Pro is a disc resurfacer. It's not quite like professional, but it actually works. It's about $120 or so. I would like to get one of those, and then I would buy scratched discs at yard sales. Let's go see this monolith. Well, it's not just that the advertisements offend me. And don't get me wrong, they do. Get that crap right off my internets. It's just that, you know, YouTube in 2010, I could put up a video with zero production value and just be like, I'm really excited about this Sega game. You'd get 10,000 views. Now, it's like, am I making the best videos in the universe? No. But, I mean, they're not totally... Like, when I apply effort, they're not totally unwatchable trash. You know, so, like, that's no fun. You know, I used to stream or do live my podcast live, and I'd get, like, 30 people in the chat room or so, which isn't a lot. But here we are, man. It's me and you, dude. Which is cool. I appreciate the company. But it used to be easy to get that attention. But now you gotta, like, have a deal with Dollar Shave Club and, you know, be tied to this corporate brand. And it's just, it's not the internet I grew up with. I miss the Wild West internet. Let's see. Get token. Let's see, where's this place? Monolith of Holy. This rolls off the tongue. But once they added advertisements to YouTube, it killed the community, man. It used to just be people got excited about stuff. And you could do video responses and I don't know. It was about interacting with people. Let's see, where's that at? And why didn't my boat come with me? Your boat's supposed to go with you when you warp, I believed. A load of hogwash. Alright, let's get out of here. Quit autocorrecting me, man. Oh, oh, oh! That's right, just throw my controller on the ground. Well, not see. Man, I would be so excited to get any kind of comment. Okay, where'd that teleport me? I think that's up. Yeah, let's see what we got down here. Oh, jeez. Whew. 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 Hey! Dang. Let's see how much mileage we can get out of this heifer. So the moral of the story is quit teleporting around and picking fights. Alright. See if we can make it back to town. think it's one of my favorite parts of a Dragon Warrior game. Time to grind. Oh, look at that. You get stronger spells as time goes on, I believe. That's how it works in most Dragon Quests. You know, you get your heal, then your heal more, and then the even stronger heal. So I think eventually I may get a stronger like defense spell, which I forgot to check what the newest spell that heifer got was, and boy, I should be using that one. You always gotta be using your spells, but I think it's time to hit the inn and do some grinding, get a couple levels. So I just got slapped silly hopping in those little teleport doodads. But I made it out of there without dying all the way. I always get antsy when Prince or Feo, when the Prince of Canik dies, because he's got my teleports. Oh gosh. Quit slapping my guys up. Gosh. Well, I believe I at least made enough gold to pay for his revival. If I can make it back to town. Come on. Great. And then they put that gal to sleep. My gosh. Is this that difficulty spike people talk about? Dang. It was one step away from town. Jeez. Oh dang, and he costs 300 to revive? Am I gonna have to go grind to get enough gold to bring this chick back to life? I'm just getting bullied here. Whew. I'm gonna hop in the boat. We're gonna go somewhere else. We're gonna go back to Leonport. The enemies aren't so tough. Do I have enough to stay at the inn? Dang. I was really enjoying my playthrough here for a while. Until everyone started roughhousing. Got my guys like as leveled up as they can get. Yeah, I gotta go at about an hour, so I mean, you're not gonna miss too much, brother. How do I get out of here? Oh. Now see, wouldn't it have been something else if you could have fought the green dragon in here? That would have been pretty neat. Golden opportunity missed. Where am I at? Pretty sure... Where's the one town? South of that cave. I think that town still exists. Of course. I guess these saber cats are just gonna obliterate me. Maybe it's just the Game Boy Color where all the old towns exist still. Like, I thought you could go to Hamlin, and I forget the name of this town that's used to be here. There used to be a town here. Now there's nothing. Oh, look at that. No, the Game Boy Color's not a direct port. It's based on the Super Famicom remake, so it has all the enhancements of the Super Famicom remakes. Just without the enhanced graphics. Dang, man, like 300 metal slimes and I didn't even like touch one. I was thinking it'd be pretty wild if the place where metal slimes occurred in Dragon Warrior 1, if they still occurred in Dragon Warrior 2, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know that they do or don't, but I was thinking about checking it out. Yeah, I played them on the Super Game Boy. You just get the custom borders. They're pretty cool custom borders. Like, there's one for when you go into town, one for the overworld, and one for the dungeon. At least for Dragon Warrior 1, I believe. Alright, let's see. Where are we going to go? Tower looks pretty enticing. But let's stick to our plan. Alright, let's... Oh. I played Dragon Warrior 1 on an original Game Boy. I did that at my last job. And then when I moved on to 2, I played it on Game Boy Color. And there's a couple of times I popped it in my Game Boy player on the GameCube just to see it in color and whatnot. You would think Dragon Quest be a Dragon Quest, it would had something really cool for the Super Game Boy support. Like, I'm disappointed that Hamlin's not right here. That's pretty lame. I believe up here's the pirate ship. Is there going to be any, like, on-screen cues? Nope, I'm gonna have to like find the exact right pixel and search, aren't I? Shoot. The map shows you where the ghost ship is. Yeah, I'm playing this right after beating Dragon Warrior 1 on the Nintendo. I know this is going to be like the hardest one too. Let's see. I've played a little bit of 4 on the EverDrive before I bought a real copy. And this has got a new battery in it. I always put a new battery in when I'm starting like Nintendo or Super Nintendo RPG. And new battery with a new battery holder. It's a horrendous hack job. But I mean, it works, and I got a new battery. So I still need to perform surgery on Dragon Warriors 3 and 4 before I start them. How much gold do I have? I'm most excited about getting to Dragon Warrior 4. I really liked the bit that I played on the EverDrive, where you start out with Ragnar and Healy the Heel Slime. I don't know, it was just very charming. I beat Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Color, and I'm about a little more than halfway through Dragon Warrior 3 on the Game Boy Color. Every now and then I poke around with it. It's been a while since I've really messed around with it. But, you know, I mean, it's pretty good. You know, like, I'm enjoying it. But Dragon Warrior 4 is the one I want to get to. Oh, crap, man. It's not like a very overwhelming leveling up. Now, I do have a couple clues. I'm going to start with trying to track down this shipwreck. So that'll be the next mission the next time I stream. Oh man, did they make another baboon appear? F these guys, man. But when I started streaming Dragon Warrior 1, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll stream Dragon Warrior 2. And now, I only sit down to play it when I have time to stream. So, like, I have to have time dedicated to it. And it sucks that now that I'm getting 4 days off a week, I only get 1 day to monkey around with it. It's better than no days. But, eesh, I'd like to have a little more Dragon Quest time. Like, I'm just really feeling Dragon Quest at the moment, and I'm sure in time it'll pass until the next time that I get really geeked up about Dragon Quest. I just wish I wasn't so dang tired today. Let's see what we got here. Man, I'll be glad for this election cycle to be over so I stop getting all these unsolicited text messages asking me to vote for this, that, and the other. I don't remember it being this heinous in 2016. It's just like the constant getting texted just daily. Thinking about going to the board of elections and just getting it over with, but then I have to go downtown and I'd rather hang myself in the basement than have to drive downtown. It's like, oh great, horrendous traffic and the guy just overdosed in front of me. Welcome to downtown. just mailed my mom's in. I was like, do you want me to drop it off at the Board of Elections, or do you want me to drop it off at the post office? Are you sure you're okay with the post office? She's like, the post office is fine. I was thinking about just dropping hers off at the Board of Elections and then getting it over with while I'm there. But I had the babies with me. I'll go to my polling place. Whatever, man. My polling place is in my old high school gym, which they rebuilt the high school, but the gym and auditorium are the same building from when I went there, so it's kind of cool. Go poke around. Like, I remember when event happened here. I also dispatched the police for downtown, so like I know way too much of what goes on there. So like, let me never be within 100 miles of there ever again, please. Yeah, I get you. I know everyone's all like bent out of shape about it this way or that way. And, bro, just be this cautious every cold and flu season. How about everyone just do that and let the cold go extinct, please? Can everyone stop picking their nose after touching public doorknobs for like one winter? Can we just, like, as a society, buckle up and strap in and get that Herculean task done so I can just, like, stop having the sniffles every year, please? I guess not every year, but, you know, more than I care for. Basically, the human hand is the filthiest thing on the planet, and then anything that the human hand touches is also gross. That's something I, always had in my truck for garage sale season is hand sanitizer. You're getting out, you're touching people's stuff. It's like, man, I know how many times I sat on the crapper with a Game Boy. You know? How many times someone, like, come back, pick up their controller from taking a dump, they didn't wash their hands, they've been, like, eating Cheetos, and just, like, slurp, like, ugh. Like, I get out there and I touch stuff, hop in my truck, and get that hand sanitizer on. Stuff's got cooties. And then, always wash it up real well when I come home. Like, I can't imagine the forms of life that have developed inside of the Game Boy. Why did I do that? That was dumb. I just did something very dumb. I mean, not catastrophically dumb, but that was not an efficient fight at all. Shoot. People asleep. Man, if I could figure out I could, like, if I could figure out a convenient way to haul my Nintendo to work, I would, like, we got pretty decent Wi-Fi connection. I would sit there and I would stream Dragon Warrior 2 while I work all dang night. But then I'm hauling too much crap to work already as it is. But man, that'd be brutal. Yeah, I mean, even like relatively clean people, you know? It's like, I don't, you know, shoot, man, people be picking their nose. I don't, whatever. But I mean, really pay attention to what kind of filth gets smeared all over your controllers. You're probably just like a normal person. People believe I'm a normal person. It's like, ugh, my controllers are gross. I mean, I basically do, man. Now, I've complained about this on every stream, so buckle up. Like, I have to let this out to every person that'll listen. This is the better scheduling option. I work a 16-hour shift on Saturday and Sunday, and this last week, also Monday. Most Mondays, I skate out of there with just 12 hours on Mondays. So still a 44-hour work week crammed into 3 days. But the rough part is in between Saturday and Sunday, I only get about 5.5 hours of potential sleep time, assuming I sleep well. And so Sunday, man, is rough. But then I get 12 hours in between Sunday into Monday's shift, and then going back in again Monday night. So I get a normal amount of sleep. But then I get 4 days off. Now, this is the better option. Before that, I was getting slammed with 60-hour work weeks. Not that great. TBH. Yeah, you might as well live there at that point, you know? There's nothing on the second floor. Those days where I'm doing back-to-back doubles, I've thought about just, I might as well throw a sleeping bag in my pickup truck and and just sleep on the second floor. The job's easy, man. It's just they have they're at a point where so many people have quit and people are calling off because the overtime's so heinous, and people are quitting, finding new jobs, calling off, and just grinding people down. And then it makes it worse. And then the people that have been there for like 20 years, they don't want to see things get better because they've got high seniority. They're working 40-hour work weeks. It doesn't affect them. They paid their dues. They put up with it 20 years ago. So they don't care. I like the job. The job's awesome, man. I sit around and play Doom on my laptop, talk on the phone. It's like, oh, you crashed your car into what? Okay. Well, let me get him on the way. You got a boo-boo? Okay, we'll send an ambulance too. It's a gross simplification of what I do. But the job itself is not very challenging once you get into it. And it pays very well. Especially when you're getting 8 hours of that time and a half, let me tell you. You're sitting there for 16 hours. I'm not getting as much overtime now that I got the current scheme that I'm doing. But when I was getting like 60-hour work weeks and I was getting 20 hours of overtime, I'm just like, oh man, I got like an extra $600 on my check. What kind of dumb stuff can I order? Yeah, man. Like I say, that in between the two doubles is rough. And this is something that a coworker worked out. I work her 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. shift on Saturday, Sunday, and then I work my regularly scheduled 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. immediately after that. So I'm working 2 8-hour shifts, and it's not overtime, it's just schedule manipulation. And then, I get 4 days off. And she does too. She figured it all out, and I was like, man, you do the paperwork, I'll be your schedule buddy, Slick. I'll sign all these forms, stick them right in your mailbox, and let you fill out the paperwork. Because I'm a big dope, and I don't want to figure it out. Now that she figured out which days we have to trade, it's not like a challenge. It's just do what we did last week. But at first, I was like, man, I can't figure that out. I get confused easily. But, it's just wearing me out. And then I got these 2 young kids. And my primary babysitter's gone. So, I need to be off these 4 days now. So, I've been stressed out. And hence Dragon Quest, man. Just sitting here grinding is so relaxing to me. I don't know what it is about this repetitive task that mellows me out. And it's like talking to some dude on the internet that also appreciates Dragon Quest. That just mellows me right on down. Soothes the autism, I suppose. What's up, brother? I don't recognize the screen name. Do I know you by a different screen name? 6 Health of Fury. That's something that always confuses me, man. It's like people will be like, oh yeah, I always comment on your YouTubes, but I'm called this, but on Twitch I'm called that. Like, man, I can't remember 2 names. Who all got that many brain cells you can remember 2 names? Hey, what's up, Swingle? See, I knew ya. I just didn't know how I knew ya. I like that I get included in the Mondo round first. Despite not having actually participated to any significant degree for, a decade now? But I'll take it. I will take that indeed. And the other heinous indignation of this job is that it's required to shave. And then No Shave November comes along, right? It goes October, November, December when you work for the county. And you can only participate if you donate money to charity, which, okay, fine. I considered ponying up the $30 a month to participate. But then I'm reading the paper, because when you work for the county level government, man, everything. You fart, there's a paper. The paper you just filled out, guess what? You literally have to fill out a paper about that paper you just filled out. It's insane. And, so anyway, I'm looking through the documentation about No Shave November. I'm like, man, $30 a month, whatever, I'm not poor anymore, this is fine. But then it's this no shave, you still have to trim it and keep a neat appearance. I was like, oh, so it's just shave a bit less November. And it's like, for $30, man, I'll just keep it neat and clean. Okay, man. I guess Retro Kaiser's joined that outfit, so it adds an air of legitimacy. I've never been clean shaven in my adult life until I worked at the county. Never. I like it now. Now I'm used to it. I guess Retro Kaiser being involved in its tail time makes it official, but man, that is That is a satellite group. Good bunch of kids, but I would not put them in the core group myself. But then again, like I said, I'm totally MIA, so what the hell's my opinion matter? Yeah. And I'm like a lot of like, so the reason like cops and firemen all have that mustache like all across the country is because there's literally a document when you work for the county that tells you the exact size, shape, and length of the mustache you're allowed to have. So that's why cops have cop mustaches, because it's that or nothing. Which was shocking to me. Like, I was just like, wow, this is insane. And it's like, okay, I get it for the sheriff's deputies and the officers and whatnot. Like, okay, you know, they're out there working with the public. You don't want them to look like a bunch of slobs. Makes sense. I work in a call center. You're talking to me on the phone. It's like, if I wasn't wearing a uniform, no one would know. Oh, I'm trying not to cuss because I have children. I do limit the opinions. Like, I try not to talk about anything that actually matters on stream because of the government job. That is true, because I work for an elected official. So I go out and I spout my mouth about some nonsense. Yeah, I could get fired or sued or like whatever, this, that, or the other. So I do monitor the topics that I talk about on stream. But the cussing, I am toning that down because my 2-year-old started saying the F word. Which is not cute. Just, you know, like, I don't know. It's insane to me that someone sat down and wrote a document about the size, shape, length of the mustache you're allowed to have. But this was after the committee where people talked about and like where the union voted on the size, shape, and length of the mustache you're allowed to have. I appreciate that, Swingle. Me too, man. I'm used to me being me. I mean, there was still stuff I wouldn't say on stream. You know, that I wouldn't say publicly. There's very rude, uncultured things you don't say in mixed company. Just the world's gotten so sensitive these days, brother. Well, see, that's where you're wrong, man. Like, if some lawyer, like, these are these horror stories I found out, like, a lot of people that work dispatch don't use social media, period. Because let's say I goof up at work and oops, grandma died. And then they find out, like, oh, this doofus has a podcast, a YouTube channel, an Instagram. Oh, he's been spouting nonsense for 20 years? Let's have a team of lawyers listen to that and take some notes and be like, oh, you see what he said on March 4th, 2003 on GameFAQs? You see the language he used? Clearly, this was intentional. So, I mean, that's the concern. And then with the way things are so, like, incendiary right now, who knows, man? People get bent out of shape over everything. Take it easy, Nelson Dubois. But then again, Swingle, if I got fired, man, would I really miss it that much? You missed like the 9th consecutive hour of on-stream whining about my overtime at work, because it has just been just wearing my soul down. Where I'm like, I like the job, love the pay. Heck, I even like some of the people I work with. I'd call several of them friends. And, you're just at overtime, man. Like when you just packed up your bag and you're like, ooh, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home in 5 minutes. I just packed my bag, and they're like, hey, guess what? You're here for another 8 hours. That hurts, man. That's happened to me maybe 3 times. Now, the time that a coworker got into a car accident, I wasn't so salty about it. It's like, okay, stuff happens. But the people that are just calling off because they're tired of overtime, it's like, well, I'm in my probation year. I can't just call off all the time. You know? And then being like the lowest seniority, like I'm getting slapped with overtime left and right. So, antidote. That's not that cool to spell. Huh. Any examples you can give? No names, of course. And, you know, another thing that really, like, people know who I am, right? My name's out there. There are people that listen to the podcast that know my real name, and they know in general where I live, which is enough to figure out where I work, if you're really motivated to. And, but people don't even use aliases anymore, man. They just like go on YouTube and they leave comments with their real name, and they leave like all sorts of identifying information. It's just really baffling. So one of these turds put me to bed. Huh. See, I'd rather know the crime and not the name, because now I'm like, man, what'd that guy do? He's a pretty cool dude. The problem with the law is that there's so many of them, and so many of them are like minor things that most people don't know are illegal, that pretty much anyone on any given day probably has unknowingly broken some minor law that no one cares about until someone has it out for you, and then they're like, man, we gotta slap you down. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like knowing who it is, because, like, now I have to go and be a decent human being and not mention it to him, because then he'll know you said something, and I'll never know. But I guess there's worse fates. So I always get nosy about stuff like that. Nope. Yeah, man. I do miss being able to spout my mouth off, though. Just like, let me talk all this dumb crap. But that's like one of the things they talk to you about during the hiring process. Is like, you can't be at the bar drinking, like wearing your uniform and be like, well, let me tell you what I really think about X, Y, and Z. Because then, like, someone will be like, oh, I'm going to call the sheriff's office and I'm going to complain. This is ridiculous. And that stuff happens, man. Like, one of the stories they tell is, like, a deputy went into a gas station after work, just wearing the uniform pants and a white t-shirt, and bought a beer, and someone called and complained. It's like, oh, that's very unbecoming of your deputies. I can't believe you allow such a thing. So that's why, like, pretty much anyone that works in law enforcement, they change before they go home. Even if you've been working like 16 hours and, like, you know, the only thing you got to do is get gas on the way home, they all change out of uniform and stuff. Yeah, I don't think I've even heard of Remnant from the Ashes. What time is it? 8:45. I've pretty much checked out of modern gaming. If it wasn't for like Balzac being like, hey Jerry, have you heard about this? I wouldn't hear about anything. I let him know. I was like, dude, man, I appreciate you because apparently the new next-gen consoles are coming out, like, soon, or, like, this week, or in a couple days, or something. I was like, huh, really? Huh. Cool, I guess. I mean, there's, like, 4 or 5 PS4 games I'm somewhat interested in, or have on my shelf. Huh, I'll have to check it out. That's one of those phenomenons I'm not wild about. Like, Netflix was awesome when it was the only game in town. Now that there's a million streaming services to compete, it's like, oh, you gotta have Hulu, you get that Prime, you gotta get this. My mom's got BritBox, right, where you watch like all these British programs, and it's like, yeah, man, I'll check out some Red Dwarf on there. Maybe some Are You Being Served, you know, just to let you know how I get down. But, you know, now you're paying more than you were when you were paying for cable 10 years ago. A load of crap. But anyway, what makes me think of that is, so, like, you know, it used to be Steam. That's great. Now it's, you know, everyone under the sun's trying to make their own, like, closed environment store. And it's like, well, you gotta have them all. Let me tell you right now, man. I watched, I believe it's a Hulu original. It's called Bad Hair. Not gonna lie, I was entertained. I have my reasons. Well, yeah, they tell you, if you believe in the economic model that the world wants you to believe in, that competition's this great thing. Prices are going to go down. Well, and I imagine some of it's inflation also, and just, you know, other nasty things. But 10 years ago, you paid, what, $10 for Netflix. You could get a DVD, like 2 or 3 DVDs of movies you actually wanted to see to show up to your house. And they actually had things you wanted to see on Netflix. But now they're jacking up the price. They got rid of the DVD thing altogether, or separated it. I don't know if that still exists. And it's all these Netflix originals that zero interest in watching any of those. The only reason I still even look at Netflix is because they got Star Trek on there. You get rid of all that fat, juicy Star Trek, and I have zero interest in Netflix. I pay for Shudder, which is like run by Amazon, I believe, and that's for Joe Bob Briggs, right? Joe Bob Briggs has a show on there, and I'm a man of my word. And I said, you know, if you make this special event into a continuing series, I will subscribe to your service, Shudder. And I made sure to tweet that so that, you know, just like supporting my thing. And put my money where my mouth is. And I barely get time to watch it, and I'm like way behind on watching my Joe Bob Briggses, but so I pay for that one, and I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, there's all this competition. You got Hulu, Disney Plus, Prime, Shudder, BritBox, Netflix. You know, $5.99 for this, $5.99 for that, and CBS All Access. I'm sure like people are just lining up around the block to pay for that horse plop. And everything costs more now. I was like, this is no good. Our 16-year-old went through a phase where she was watching Grey's Anatomy, so I imagine it's got to be trashy if it was holding her interest. Alright. It's getting to be about the time that I have to go, so I'm going to head back to Tanteagle. We're going to talk to the Save-A-Man. I believe that's this heifer right here. And I'm going to save for the evening, and I'm going to go carve jack-o'-lanterns with my family. This was my evening that I got to do relaxing Jerry time stuff. Oh man, I just hope I get some sleep tonight, brother. Tell you what, making all these yawn faces, been tired all day. Drove to Kentucky yesterday to do a wholesome Halloween activity. Didn't get back to like going on 2 a.m. Tired, man. Old and crappy now and go to bed early. But I'll try to remember 6 Health of Fury is who you are, on Twitch at least. And can't keep up with all these aliases, man. Alright, take it easy, brother. See, this is how bad my memory is. Did I just save the game? Because I usually say no, I'm not continuing when I save at the end. So let's double check here. Next level, blah, 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 blah. There's no king here. Deeds. Yes. I never went upstairs in the castle, did I? That was stupid. Okay. Alright. And that would be a shame. I've got the YouTube chat open. It just must not be working. I've had the chat window open. It's always something breaking. I got all my chats right here. But alright, take it easy, brother. Let's see what my insane kids are up to. this? Where's my webcam at? Kind of trying to hide from me. Stop. Alright, see you guys later. Until next time, I have nothing important to say.